Good morning to you. Good morning. This morning, I'm welcoming you from the beautiful Cray Farm. It's the Cray Market and Garden here in Bellevue, Idaho. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful farm. It's a great day to make a smoothie, right? It's a great day to make a smoothie. This is a beautiful farm that they sell mostly. It's mostly a garden farm, although they have horses and goats and chickens and the works here. And it has been a beautiful, we arrived here yesterday, late afternoon, early evening, and got to pick some fresh produce. In fact, my boys are out picking even more. And so it's a great day to make a smoothie. So today's all about ratios and how to make a great smoothie. Now, welcome to you, those of you who are joining us on our Facebook page, who are joining us live, those of you who are joining us on the recording, or maybe you're joining us over on our YouTube channel. My name is Amy Miller. I'm a crunchy mom, researcher of all things natural for a little over 10 years now. And together with my husband, we are the founders of 3 Life Essentials, advocating wellness in all areas of our lives, in our health, in our lifestyle, and in our spiritual health as well. And our team is on a mission to help others with their health. And this is Free Friday if you're new to our weekly series. And this is our time to just address freedom to experience life more fully, more abundantly. And it's a huge bonus if we can just do it naturally, right? Today, we're going to be free from sugar. Today, we're going to be free from fake stuff. I don't like fake people or fake stuff or fake food or fake furniture or fake wood or anything. So we're going to be free of fake stuff today, okay? We're going to be free from boring too. And also bland free. Nobody likes a bland smoothie and or boring life, right? So now those of you, if you're tuning in with me at the beginning, welcome. Say hello. Let me know where you're joining in from. Like I said, I'm joining you from Bellevue, Idaho. And this is a beautiful farm. If you're ever in the southern Idaho area, look up Cray's Market and Garden. The Cray family here has taken this beautiful area that was just a blank slate barley field and has really crafted a beautiful farm, from the fence post to the teepee that you can actually stay in as an Airbnb, to all of the beautiful produce that you can pick. And they have partnered with about 50 other vendors in the area, local vendors, other farms, to bring all kinds of food to you. And you can feed the horses. You can pull a carrot out of the garden like my boys did last night and feed the horses. And it's a great time. So, in fact, stay tuned with our other YouTube channel, Explore the Unseen. If you haven't seen that, I'll give a quick plug for that, that you guys can join us and follow our adventures. We'll be sharing all about this farm in a couple of weeks on that channel. Let's see if it'll let me. I'll post in here. I'll put in the comments a way that you can check out our YouTube channel there, where we're sharing all about our traveling adventures while we're living full-time on the road. So I'll type it in here. You can go to Explore the Unseen. Feel free to click subscribe, and you can get our notifications for when we upload those videos. So you'll see all about the farm. Oh, I got a delivery of some
beets and carrots.
Fresh from the garden out here at the farm. So, yay. Okay. So I lost my train of thought. You can get notified every week when we uploaded information about that from that channel on our Explore the Unseen channel. So, okay, so let's talk a minute about smoothies versus juicing. So how many of you make these? How many of you make, well, actually, so we're going to talk about smoothies versus juicing. Anybody confused about all of that? I have been. And then we're going to talk about how to have good ratios to make a great smoothie every time, even if you don't have a recipe. And then we're gonna make a smoothie. Okay. So, and in case you're not watching this live, don't worry. Feel free to comment. I'll answer questions after the video and things like that. So, but let's talk about smoothies versus juicing. How many of you make smoothies or juice? Just comment below with smoothie or juice, whichever one you make. And if you don't make any, just say, make a sad face, put a sad emoji in there in those comments so I know that you haven't made any yet. And that's okay. We're all on this journey together, and we're in different steps and of wellness, and we can learn together. Okay, so smoothies versus juicing. Juicing is when you extract water and the nutrients from veggies and fruit, and it separates out the fiber part. Now, your digestive system doesn't have to work as hard for your body to absorb the nutrients really quickly. So this is something that a lot of people do to be able to get nutrition in their bodies really fast. In fact, that's why a lot of people will do this maybe if they're having some health challenges with their cells, if they're battling the big C. Many people will do a lot of juicing because you can get those nutrients in your body quickly, and your digestive system doesn't have to work as hard. Now, the difference with that is smoothies is when you use a blender to kind of pulverize your fruit and veggies as a whole, the whole fruit, the whole veggie, and the entire fruit or veggie is used. Now, when you use a blender, you break down the fiber to make it easier for digestion. And we're going to talk a minute about that. So now the benefit to smoothies over juicing, in my opinion, is that they don't stimulate a rise in your blood sugars like juicing does, because it allows for a slow release of those nutrients into your body. So yes, you're not going to get the nutrients as fast, but you're not going to get a blood sugar spike like you would with juicing. So, and plus you're getting the whole fruit or the whole veggie and not just part of it. So, so I'm curious, what do you prefer? Smoothies, juicing? What do you like and why? Comment below. I'd love to hear what you do. And now we talked about using the blender to break down that fiber. Your blender really matters. So I'd love to hear, what are you using? What kind of blender do you have in your home? Do you have like one of those ninjas where you can do like in the cup? Do you have a Vitamix? This is a Blend Tech here. This was a huge investment. This was, in fact, this was on a vision board for the longest time for me, because I wanted to be able to make great smoothies. You want to have a high quality blender, because if you don't have a high quality blender, it won't break down the fibers as well. And number one, it'll be a little bit harder for your body to digest. Number two, it won't be like those smoothies that you drink, that you go buy in places, because they use these high quality ones, and it won't be as smooth. It'll be lumpy, and there'll be a lot of texture to it, which I don't mind actually texture, but it's going to be harder to break down, and it won't be that smooth, creamy texture like you're used to getting when you go to the smoothie, the local smoothie store and get your smoothie. So, okay. So here we go. And I'm curious, those of you who drink smoothies or juices, how often do you do that? Just put a number, like twice a week, once a month, never. I'm curious how often you do these. We do smoothies probably, I would say, 2 to 3 times a week. So we don't do them every day. In fact, I don't even think it's really necessary to do it every day. But it is great to get in your body, 2 to 4 times a week, I would say. We do 2 to 3 times a week. If we're having a great week, we'll do it like 4 times a week. And I'd love to hear, what are your favorite ingredients? Yes. What are your favorite ingredients? Okay. So here's some ratios for a great smoothie. Now, you can't mess these up, you guys. If you're fearful about, I don't know how to make a great smoothie, I've got to have a recipe, I don't know what to do, you can't mess these up. But here are the ratios that you want to keep in mind to have a great smoothie. Okay, so you want to always start out with liquid. Now, the ratios I'm going to give you are for making a smoothie for one person. So I'm going to multiply this lots. Okay, I have 5 members in our family. So if you want to multiply this, you can, if you want to make it for a big family. In fact, would it be helpful to you guys if I give you ratios for kind of like a 1 to 2 person, and then I give you ratios for like if a family? Yes. Okay, so you're going to want to start out with liquid, and you're going to want to start out with like a 1/2 cup of liquid. Now, I have 2 cups of liquid in here. So, so you see my ratios are much bigger, but you want to start out with some kind of liquid. Now, you can use filtered water, which is what I'm using today. You could use almond milk. You can use coconut milk. Coconut water is another great one. But you want to have some liquid, and you want to have that in first at the bottom, okay? That will help help the smoothie, help the blender actually mix it up better. You don't want to just throw these in all willy-nilly, because then you'll get your blender stuck. Okay. Okay. The next thing you want to have are veggies. Now, how many of you love your smoothie, but you've actually never put veggies in there, or you put the same veggie every time? You're like the spinach girl. Yes. Yes. I've done that too. I've been there. And I have to remind myself, I have to keep going back and reminding myself that our bodies love variety. Those of you guys who have followed us for a while, you know that we've talked about that when it comes to our eating habits, when it comes to using our essential oils. Our bodies love variety. Our bodies don't like it when we're providing it with the same thing all the time. That comes to really with everything in life. But when we're talking about foods, our bodies don't like it if we have the same thing for lunch every day. Now, we are creatures of habit, so we have to force ourselves to, if we're not living on a farm like this, and, you know, when you're living on a farm like this, you know, you are forced to kind of create variety because you have seasons that produce grows, right? So, but that's the way God designed our bodies. So you want to start with veggies, next ingredient in there. Now you can do frozen veggies, and now at the store you can actually get a whole host of organic organic veggies that are frozen that are just as nutrient dense as if you bought it fresh. Sometimes actually even more nutrient dense because they've captured it right at its peak ripeness and have frozen it in that time. So, so you can do frozen kale, you can do fresh kale, you can do right here out in this garden, just around here on the greenhouse, I can go pick out Swiss chard. I can pick out red chard. There's even rainbow chard. And you guys, if you have kids that are hesitant about drinking a smoothie, get them involved in picking out what veggie they want. And let them try to experiment, open their mind and their ideas to something new. My kids love rainbow chard because if you guys ever seen it, it looks like a rainbow. I don't have any to show you today because I need to go to the grocery store tomorrow. They don't grow rainbow chard on the farm, but pick out things that are colorful. Dandelion root is another good one. Zucchini, cucumbers. Just as a side note here, they grow both of these here on the farm. This is the cucumber that you all know and recognize, correct? But this is also a cucumber. And did you guys know that you can pick this? I don't know the kind of cucumber it is because the owner here couldn't remember exactly. It starts with a P, but it's an ancient type of cucumber. So if you know, put it in the comments below what kind of cucumber this is. But listen, you guys, so you can pick this at any time, but it will eventually go brown like a potato and look like a potato. How strange is that? And I will tell you, this has a little bit thicker skin than your your English cucumber. I forgot what type this is. Thicker skin, but it's sweeter, she said on the inside. No, we haven't tried it yet, but I'm excited to check it out. Those of you who are cucumber lovers. Okay, so you're gonna want 60% of your smoothie to have greens, veggie of some sort. Now, some veggies are better than others in a smoothie. So stick with your greens, your kale, your spinach, your dandelion, your chards, any of your chards, zucchini, dandelion root, cucumber. Those are all really great to put in your smoothies. And I'm going to check and see what Jim brought me in this bag here. So he brought me some beets. You can actually use, he brought me some beets. Awesome. You can actually use beet tops, the beet leaves. And so I think that's what we're going to use today. So you guys don't have to have a recipe. You can have whatever you have, whatever you've bought. In fact, I make it a habit now at the grocery store to always pick up some kind of green, whether it's fresh or frozen, so that I can have it on hand so that when I do want to make a smoothie, I have stuff to do and I don't have to have a recipe. Now you can use a recipe and I'm going to share some with you guys next week, but I'm going to share some really great smoothie recipes next week. Join me next week because we're going to be talking about some superfoods to kick up your smoothies up a notch, okay? So let me see here. Let me get my colander because I've already been rinsing my blueberries. You guys see this? I've been rinsing my blueberries in vinegar water. Make sure you wash your produce. Even if they're grown on the farm, there can be all kinds of things growing on there that can make you sick. So, of course, I think you guys know that. So use your distilled white vinegar and you can soak your veggies. You can use your On Guard hand soap, or you can just use, you can also use lemon, a couple drops of lemon, and that will help clean that produce. So, okay, so I'm going to put in the beet top leaves, and I'm not going to put in the beets themselves because, at least not today, they are very fibrous, and so sometimes they can make for, even if you've got a really great blender, they can make for a kind of a stringy, a stringy smoothie. Nobody likes a stringy smoothie. So, so I'm just gonna, I'm rinsing the, cleaning off the beet tops with the vinegar and water, and we'll let that sit for just a minute. So you're gonna put in about 60% greens in here. And then next up, you're gonna put your fruit. Now, everybody loves a fruit smoothie, right? I'm gonna tell you that maybe if you've only had fruit smoothies and it's going to take an adjustment for you to add in some greens, maybe start out with a more equal ratio, 50-50, 50% fruit, 50% greens, and then work your way up to the 40-60. Or there's another thing that I can share with you that can that you can also do. But try to go for that 60-40 ratio, because you want to, again, not try to spike your blood sugar with the fruit. And plus, we need more greens in our diets anyway. So tell me, who is making their smoothies every time with the same greens? We're creatures of habit, aren't we? So try to do something different every time. Make an adventure when you go to the store. See what new frozen produce you can find, green that you can find at the store. Sometimes I'll go to the store and they won't have the kale, but they'll have the spinach, or they'll have something that I have not ever tried before. And so try that. Okay, so grapefruits that can go into your smoothie. apples are great. In fact, I almost added apples today because right here, just outside, about 10 steps away, they have 2 apple trees with Granny Smith and a sweeter apple that's similar to Fuji. I don't know what type it is, but I could go pick those apples and add those in. Now, you don't have to do a great job of cutting stuff up, but you do want to not put the seeds in from the apple. But you can just throw in the whole apple minus the seeds. You can do pear, same way. Cherries, frozen cherries are great. Plums, today we're doing blueberries. Strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, frozen mango. I love doing that. So you can do those fresh or frozen as well. Now, notice I didn't mention banana. Bananas are huge in smoothies, aren't they? Yeah, comment below if bananas are like, you love them in smoothies. They are like a real go-to with our smoothies, aren't they? Hey, Betty. Oh. So we're going to use our beet tops, and my husband just keeps bringing in more goodies. Hey, Betty. Oh, you said you typically use fruit, but you've used veggies less these days. Maybe I'm misunderstanding you, Betty. Are you saying you use veggies more now? Okay. Oh, they do. It's like you read my mind. I just said that they didn't have rainbow chard here, you guys, but look at this. Who picked these out, Jim?
The boys did.
You guys, see, your kids will want to pick these out because look at these beautiful colors. Look at these beautiful colors. So here is the rainbow chard that you can get and add in your smoothies. And check out how large these are too. Your kids will go nuts because they're like, what in the world? And if your kids are big on colors too. Oh, my light just went out. So, well, anyway, if your kids are big on colors too, this is a huge way to like add the colors. I have my kids guess what color is the smoothie going to turn out to be today when we make it. Is it going to be green? Is it going to be blue? Is it going to be purple? Is it going to be red? Is it going to be pink? Because you can really change the color of your smoothie and make it fun for your kids when you do that. So, okay, so I'm going to rinse off these beet tops here. And can you guys hear that? Sorry, it's my echo on my phone here. So we're going to add in our blueberries and our beet tops. And I'm going to rinse them off here a little bit. You don't have to be perfect about these. You don't have to chop up the greens, nothing. And in fact, I usually try to drain my greens a little bit better. Let me turn this here so you guys can see a little bit better. I usually try to drain these off a little bit better, maybe give them a paper towel, but just for sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and add this batch here in there, and I may even add more. You guys, it doesn't have to be an exact science. It's just about ratios. And this is huge for me to say because I'm a recipe girl. I do much more better at baking than I do at cooking because I like to do an exact recipe. But this, you can change it up. And if you don't like it, add something else more in. Okay, so the last thing you want your liquid. Just to recap, if those of you are just joining us, you want your liquid, about a half cup liquid. And if you're just joining us live, go back and we'll talk about the types of liquid that are great to add in here. You want to add your veggies next, about 60% veggies and 40% fruit. If you're just starting out with making smoothies or adding in your greens, start out with 50-50. And then the last thing, 2 other things you want to add is proteins. You want to add some kind of protein in here. And here's your options for some great proteins to add in. And you guys, if you've never heard of a few of these or have never tried them, just try it. Just make it an adventure for your mouth. Make it an adventure for your family. Make it an adventure for yourself. Step out there. into the unknown, try something new that you've never tried before. Just pick one thing. You don't have to try all new things. Pick one thing that you're going to try new. And I promise you, you're actually not even going to really taste it in there. So here's some great options for your protein. Flax seeds. Now, these are a good source of a little bit of protein, but also a great source of omega-3s. We've talked about that a lot with being able to have great focus and attention for balancing the mood out. These are huge to add into your diet, not just for nutrition, for your mood, for your health, for your brain, all of that. So add in about a tablespoon of proteins, okay? So about a tablespoon of flax seeds. You can do chia seeds here. I like to store these. I'm curious if you have seeds or nuts of any kind in your house, what do you store them in? Do you buy them in bulk? And if so, what do you store them in? I'm curious because I've been reading about food storage and I'm just curious what other people are doing. So comment below, what do you store your different foods in that you buy in bulk? Okay, so chia seeds are another great source of protein. And again, don't always use the same thing because our bodies they crave variety. You can do pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are a great source of protein that you can add in. Again, put in a tablespoon. You can do sprouted watermelon seeds, you guys. Sprouted watermelon seeds. How fun is that? Your kids are going to love that. Now, it doesn't taste like watermelon because you really won't taste it, but how fun is that? Or hemp hearts. Hemp hearts are another great way. Again, these are all just little seeds that you can add in. It's only a tablespoon, so you're not adding a whole lot. You're not going to really taste these. In fact, whether I pick watermelon seeds or flax seeds, I'm not going to really taste the difference. Okay, so I actually want your input. What do you guys think? What should I put in? Jerry, you said you use flax seed and chia seed and hemp seed. Awesome. And you store in glass jars. Okay, I'm curious, Jerry, what kind of glass jars? Are you using like ball, like these are? What kind of glass jars are you using? Because I've been reading about food storage and I'm actually about to switch out these ball jars. I'm kicking them to the curb. So I'm curious what you guys use. Okay, so we're gonna just, for fun, we're gonna do the watermelon seeds today. Now I'm gonna do more than a tablespoon because remember I told you guys I'm doing family size. So the ratios I'm giving you are so I'm going to do about 4 tablespoons in here. And you guys see, I'm doing like heaping. So it really doesn't matter. These are just kind of a guideline for you to go by. You can always add more. Okay, so I'm putting in, so let's see, 1 ounce of this is 10 grams of protein. So it's a great source of protein that you can add in. So I'm adding in 4 tablespoons of the watermelon seeds. And then last but not least, you want to add in a fermentation bonus. What? A fermentation bonus. Okay, what is that? What? Fermentation bonus. Okay, well, those of you guys have been with us a while, you know we talked about fermented foods, adding those in your diet. Because those can be huge in your gut health. So if you're experiencing things in your life like challenges with your autoimmune, if you're experiencing challenges in your learning or in your weight loss journey, if you're having challenges with your brain and how it's functioning, if your kids are having trouble in school learning, your gut is your second brain. And if your gut isn't healthy, your gut is actually the source for almost all diseases. So if we can get our gut healthy by giving it good bacteria, which is what fermentation is, that's good bacteria that we need to restore into our body, then we can have a healthier brain and a healthier life. So all you're going to need before you freak out, all you're going to need is 1 tablespoon, just 1 tiny little tablespoon, 1 tiny little tablespoon. If you're nervous about that, start with 1 teaspoon and work your way up. It doesn't have to be this scary thing where you're going to have to launch into, I don't like this. I can't do these anymore. I don't like any of the smoothies. I can't do these ratios. back off and take yourself into a slower, it's a journey. We don't have to like launch out into craziness. We can take this into simple shifts, right? Everybody can do a simple shift, right? It's those small changes. If any of you have read The Slight Edge, that book is fantastic about talking about it's small, simple decisions that we make that can make a huge difference in our life, in our business, in our home, in our marriages, in our family. Let me take a drink of my Good Girl Moonshine. This is not my smoothie yet this morning. Okay, so here's what we're going to add in for our fermentation. Here's your fermentation options. You can do unsweetened, you guys, unsweetened kefir. You can do kombucha. I don't have a kombucha to show you guys. You can do preferably homemade kombucha, but hey, buy a store-bought kombucha. You can do beet kvass. I don't even have a beet kvass to show you guys, but this is a fermentation of beet kvass. We love getting them from Azure Standard. That's actually the only place I've been able to find the Oregon Brine Works brand. Those of you who live in Oregon, maybe you can get it there. Maybe you can buy it locally there. But Oregon Brine Works makes a beet kvass from golden beets and from red beets that is fantastic to add into smoothies and a great way to also add color, you guys, and make it fun for your kids. Okay, so you can add in beet kvass. You can actually make your own beet kvass too, but I don't have time for that right now, so I buy the store-bought. So you guys remember bit.ly/shop Azure. You can get you can buy beet kvass from them among a whole host of other things. But we love buying their beet kvass, but I'm out of it right now. So I just posted the link there in the comments. You can go to bit.ly/shop Azure and you can purchase online and they will come and deliver to a location near you on your in your area of the country, and you can get that. Okay. But here's the fermentation we're going to add today, and I'm going to let you guys pick. Okay. So I've got Farmhouse Culture. I love their gut shots. You guys see these gut shots? Okay, they have, this one is turmeric, beets, and black pepper. So usually this is a veggie of some sort that has been fermented, traditionally fermented, and you will find here that it has a whole host of health benefits. But I've got the golden beets and black pepper and turmeric, and this one is the ginger beet. So I can either add in a gut shot or I have a feeling I know which one you guys are going to pick here. And this is Farmhouse Culture as well, and they make gut punch. Now these are kind of more like a fizzy probiotic drink. So if you want to add some fizziness to make it more of like a fizzy pop to your smoothie, or if you want to give your kids some fun fizziness, these are also great. It's a sparkling probiotic. This one, they're both made with beets, but this one is ginger lemon, so this is more of a savory. And then this one is mango guava, and it's more of a sweet. So so we've got our beet tops in here. We've got blueberries, we've got watermelon seeds. What do you think we should add for our fermentation bonus? Anybody have any suggestions? Gary, you said you buy kombucha from a local company weekly and you buy 2 growlers every week. Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. If you can find a local farm or a local farmer's market that makes kombucha, we're finding that more and more in places across the country. Then buy from somebody who makes, or even if you find another really crunchy mama. I mean, I'm crunchy and I don't make my own kombucha, but you can find, get in a really crunchy group, and there'll be someone in there who makes their own kombucha, and they can share with you. Or you can offer to buy from them. Okay. So, any thoughts? Jerry, you think I should do the shots? Okay, so we're going to add in then the golden turmeric gut shot. And again, this is only going to be 1 teaspoon. Now I'm going to add in more than that because again, this is for my family. And you know what? Sometimes I will make the smoothie and we'll drink it and I'll go, you know what? This needs a little bit more, you know, whatever, something. You can adjust it. You can actually add in more of something and then reblend it again and bam. Oh, so let me say a word. I think I mentioned something about bananas earlier. If you love to add bananas in your smoothies, who loves adding bananas in their smoothies? Because they're fun. They give a great texture to the smoothie and make it like nice and frothy. But they really spike your blood sugar. Think of it as like a sugar stick. And those of you who have trouble with brain fog or if you're having trouble with weight loss, you don't want to spike your blood sugar. It makes it hard for your body to function. And so what you can do is you can start, if you have a recipe that you're using like 2 bananas or 1 banana, start off, ideally you want to completely replace your bananas with avocado. Ideally you want to do that. But if you are just making those simple shifts, which you can do, take your 2 bananas and add in only 1 banana and some avocado. Or take your 1 banana that you were going to add in there and make it half a banana and add avocado. What that will do is it'll give you the same great texture that you're wanting from your smoothie, but without the huge, huge sugar spike. Okay. So I think we're done. Oh, and then if you haven't added frozen fruit, so sometimes I'll add frozen fruit or frozen veggies in here and I don't need to add ice. But if you don't have anything that's frozen in here, like me, I have only fresh ingredients today, then add in your ice. Okay, so I'm going to add in some ice. Well, maybe, of course, when I'm on live, I do not have my ice maker, has not made any ice today. So I don't have any ice to add in. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this up so that you guys can see it, but you'll know that I'm going to be adding ice to this because nobody likes a room temperature smoothie. It does not taste good. So now if you want to add, if you do want to have a little bit more sweetness to your smoothie, you can always add in a few drops of sweet drops, stevia, and this will, and you can work your way to not adding these at all, but this will add a little sweetness again without spiking your blood sugar. And so, I'm going to run these smoothies, and if I can find my top, I'm going to blend this up. I'm going to pour this in my little cups for all my little family today, and we're going to drink up. Now, I'm curious, what will you do next? Comment below with, I'm a smoothie maker, if you're going to begin making smoothies. You know, again, it's a simple shift. Or comment below with smoothie champ if you're going to begin a new change to kind of up level your smoothies. What are you going to do? Is it, and just pick one thing. Maybe you're just going to start by making smoothies, but let me know. I want to hear what you're going to do next in this. Or maybe you're going to start adding veggies in your smoothies, little bits at a time, maybe that 50-50 ratio and work towards. Or maybe you're going to up level your smoothie. You're going to start adding that fermentation bonus to your smoothie. So I'd love to hear, please comment even after the replay. I'd love to hear. Comment with smoothie maker if you're going to start making your smoothies, smoothie champ if you're going to make a new change to your smoothie. Maybe you're going to start adding some kind of different protein. Maybe you're going to start adding variety to your smoothie. Maybe you've been making the same smoothie every day or every week or something, or buying the same smoothie, and change it up. So I'm about to sign off. I don't want to turn the blender on because it's going to be too loud, but I'm going to blend it up, pour these up and call my boys in to have a great smoothie this morning. But I'm going to sign off. One more thing. Have you heard about Sunday Night Live? Yes. Mark your calendar for every Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. For 30 minutes, we have a casual panel discussion on your most requested topics on essential oils. Now, this Sunday, we actually pushed it forward. This Sunday, we're covering the hot topic of how to help kids with special challenges and special needs have a more successful school year. But we need your help in getting the word out about our survey. So I'm going to copy the link that we have that we want. If you yourself have a child with special needs or challenges, or you know someone who does, or you know someone who works with those who have special needs and challenges, please have them fill out the survey, share that with them, because we're launching. We want to be able to provide information that's relevant to you, and we can't do that without that feedback. And so please, would you help us out with that? We are giving away a 30 milliliter bottle of DDR Prime, the DNA repair blend, to someone who has completed that survey for taking the time to do that. If you're just joining us at the end, please go back. Don't forget to go back to the beginning where I've shared where you can get the fermentation, where you can get some great goodness, all about the farm and how to connect with us and how to see this beautiful farm. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, please like and comment, subscribe so we can continue to share this great content with you. And I look forward to seeing you guys all next week. Oh, Jerry, you said you're going to try beets and add more veggies and fermentation. Okay, that's a shift. You're going to be like smoothie champ. Okay, you guys have a great Saturday, a great Friday. Bye, everybody.